Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin has finally started moving and we've gotten a very nice breakout out of the symmetrical triangle. The only question now is, are we able to break this massive area of resistance? Let's talk about it. For the past couple of days, Bitcoin simply has been trading at the biggest volume cluster, the point of control, the red line at approximately 104.6 thousand US dollars. We are seeing a bounce approximately from this specific level, but most importantly, we have been able to take a lot of liquidity from the entire crypto market. What are you right now going to see? On the push towards the downside, Bitcoin not only took the liquidity below this specific low, but actually also we had another low just slightly lower, and then also another low just slightly lower. So what is the most important thing we want to see before we can experience some kind of a reversal is to take as much liquidity as possible. We've taken the lows right here, and right now we are seeing a push towards the upside. What happened exactly at the high right here? We've taken the liquidity above this specific high, and only after everyone is racked, we can experience a bigger reversal back towards downside. So once again, it does look like liquidity is what moves the market, and that is exactly what I also said only a couple of days ago right here on Twitter. Liquidity is what moves this specific market. So this is one of the most important things you should always pay attention to, and that is also why later in the video I am going to share with you some even more important liquidity levels you should right now be aware of on the Bitcoin chart itself. But nevertheless, something very important and something very interesting I want to point out that has been happening on Bitcoin literally minutes before we got the successful breakout towards the upside. Remember yesterday that we were paying towards a bullish Bitcoin divergence on the CVD indicator. Lower lows on the CVD, higher low on Bitcoin, which meant Bitcoin sellers were getting absorbed hard. Shorts might get squeezed today. And this specific indication was one of the reasons why personally I paid myself and taken some profits of the short position of Bitcoin and also on Ethereum. The thing is, later in the video, I am going to give you 3 different trading ideas on 3 different altcoins, and with 2 of the altcoins I actually already opened a brand new long position on, but more about that slightly later. As of right now, this specific bullish divergence clearly played out. However, if we right now pay attention to what was actually happening once Bitcoin got a breakout towards the upside, we got lower highs on Bitcoin, higher highs on the CVD indicator, which actually does look like we got bearish absorption, bearish Bitcoin indication, but nonetheless, the triangle still got a break towards the upside. So of course it does look like sometimes technical analysis simply fails, and Bitcoin right now is clearly pushing towards the upside. The most important thing is we paid ourselves with our short positions, and if we are right now going to go even higher, I am going to close those positions and simply write all of the long positions I have right now opened, including the brand new 2 long positions I opened on 2 different altcoins. But nevertheless, right now it clearly does look like the triangle is breaking towards the upside. And if you're right now asking yourself, what is the exact target of the triangle? We need to measure the opening of the triangle, and you're right now maybe even going to be surprised because it does look like the price target is landing almost exactly at the daily high time frame area of resistance. And we are going to talk about this specific area slightly later because it's actually a significant area of resistance. Before we do so, I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button because 1000 likes are really possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now do share with you the importance of this specific area of resistance, and actually also the importance of the exponential moving averages that are actually still as of right now acting as the area of support. Because the thing is, if we right now try and simplify everything, not even knowing about any liquidity levels, about any volume levels, what if we right now simplify the chart as much as possible? Let's go on the daily time frame and let's apply on our chart exponential moving averages. Here, you're maybe also going to be surprised, but it does look like 50 exponential moving average on the daily time frame has been, historically speaking, very nicely respected. Area of resistance, 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 and once broken towards the upside, it turns into the area of support. Bitcoin is, as of right now, experiencing some kind of a bounce at approximately 50 exponential moving average on the daily time frame. The only important thing that I want to see right now being confirmed is going to be an uptrend on lower term time frames. So if we right now also apply the 200 exponential moving average on our chart, we can identify the trend. On the daily time frame, Bitcoin is clearly moving in a very nice uptrend. On the 4-hourly time frame, we are also, as of right now, in a very nice uptrend. On the 2-hourly, yes, we are moving in a downtrend. So the most important thing that I want to see right now in terms of the trend is going to be a bullish cross being confirmed on the 2-hourly and also on the 1-hourly time frame. Ideally, if Bitcoin does continue higher, this specific cross can potentially happen literally in the next couple of hours. But the thing is, until we are confirming the cross, technically speaking, on the 1-hourly and the 2-hourly time frame, Bitcoin is moving in a downtrend, and that is simply why we still need to be slightly more careful, also because we are trading below a significant area of resistance I am going to share with you in a moment. Now, we need to talk about the liquidity levels, something that is actually super important and something that really moves the price. On the 2-week time frame, clearly does look like Bitcoin liquidation heat map shows that bigger liquidations are not only above the recent highs, exactly at the all-time highs actually, but also below the recent lows at approximately 102.5 thousand US dollars. So if we go right now back on the picture I shared with you only a couple of days ago in terms of liquidity, you can right now notice we have right now the next liquidity level exactly at 102.7 thousand US dollars, which right now means the liquidity level is also aligning very nicely with the liquidations cluster exactly below the recent low. That is why I am telling to you we are not out of the woods just yet. We want to see right now Bitcoin confirming a bullish trend on the 2-hourly and the 1-hourly time frame, and also we want to see Bitcoin breaking a significant area of resistance in the next couple of days. And what is this specific level actually going to be? It is going to be a major level when we talk about the volume, because we are right now going to go with the anchored volume weighted average price and anchor it exactly at the all-time high. Where you're right now going to see we are coming very close exactly towards this specific area of resistance. Additionally, we can see the daily level is aligning almost perfectly with this specific anchored VWAP, and additionally Fibonacci retracement from the high back towards the low, talking about, of course, the golden Fibonacci ratio. So that is why I am telling to you, even though we are right now seeing a breakout towards the upside out of the triangle, we should still be slightly more careful, because a big level is about to be hit probably in the next couple of hours. We are not moving in an uptrend on the 1-hourly and 2-hourly time frame just yet, and additionally we are still not trading above one of the most important volume levels once we are again measuring the entire upper price section. So you're right now going to see value area high is still acting as the area of resistance, and I would say like that, if we are going to be able to see right now a breakout above this specific area of resistance and above the value area high, only then I would be more bullish on Bitcoin and literally expect for BTC to form another all-time high. That is why if you want to trade with us, simply take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus, because also potentially you're going to get yourself a brand new iPhone 16 with the first link down below, because only after you register and after initial deposit, you're going to get an opportunity for you to get an iPhone 16, AirPods Pro, Ethereum, maybe even some Polkadot in the lucky draw. Now, additionally, go into the rewards hub, because only after you register, you're going to get 20 USDT completely for free, deposit $100 for you to get 10 USDT completely for free, but also then open your first $10 US trade, because you're going to get another 20 USDT completely for free. So take an advantage of the free bonuses using the first link down below, only after you register and after initial deposit. Now, let me also share with you something very interesting. On the push toward the upside, a lot of people started closing their long positions. And how do I know that? It does look like the CVD indicator has gotten a significant push down. What does that mean? It means selling pressure is coming in the market, while the open interest indicator got a push towards downside, which means money is leaving the market, which means people that were holding their long positions, they need to sell. That is why we got bearish pressure and the open interest decrease. People are right now closing their long positions on the move towards the upside. That is why I am once again telling to you, we still need to be slightly more careful unless Bitcoin is going to be able to break this major area of resistance towards the upside in the next couple of hours. And also we need to be aware, tomorrow is the weekend, so probably the volume on the Bitcoin chart and on the entire cryptocurrency market, it is going to be slightly lower. So that is why probably tomorrow we are going to see even more choppiness exactly at this specific area. And also personally, I am not really interested in longing Bitcoin exactly at this specific level because of course clearly we are still trading at the area of resistance. Talking about the trades, yes, I have already right now executed two very nice long positions. Not on Bitcoin, not on Ethereum, but actually on SUI and also on Tau USDT. This specific trade is as of right now in a very slight drawdown. However, right now is the time for you to pay very close attention because a lot of altcoins are right now showing indications that potentially an altcoin season is going to start sooner rather than later. Why so? Let's go right now with Tau USDT. Where you're right now going to see, we are trading at the anchored VWAP and also at the weekly high-term time frame area of support. Just slightly lower, we have the 0.5 and the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension level. So yes, we can right now already, of course, if Bitcoin is going to behave properly, explode towards another higher high. On the other hand, we can range at this specific area, especially if we do see right now another rejection of Bitcoin towards downside at this specific level. But of course, the thing is, we are right now trading at some very important areas of support, not only on Tau. Also, for example, if you're going to look on SUI USDT, also this one is seeing a push down after finishing the 5-wave price structure towards the upside. And SUI as of right now is trading at the golden pocket and also at the anchored VWAP. Even if we are going to go lower, we are going to hit even a better area of support. But nevertheless, I would say like that, with a lot of different altcoins, I am personally right now already prepared to deploy some capital into Tau, for example, right now, and also SUI, simply because if you go right now on Tau USDT, exactly the same as on SUI, we finished already some kind of a 3-wave price structure towards the upside correction, and after the correction is finished, which in my opinion, it can be literally in the next couple of days, after that, I would be looking for another push toward the upside, which right now could potentially mean an altcoin season is around the corner. Another altcoin I'm right now paying attention to is Deep USDT, which is an altcoin on SUI. And of course, if SUI is going to perform well, probably this one is also going to explode towards the upside, because also we are right now hitting a very important golden Fibonacci ratio after completing the 5-wave price structure towards the upside. That is why I am telling to you, a lot of altcoins are completing the 5-wave price structure towards the upside, the correction right now, and after the correction is finished, which it could be literally right now or in the next couple of days, pretty much depends on Bitcoin, I would be expecting another impulse towards the upside. So again, I am staying bullish, even if we do see right now another rejection right here, exactly the same thing as I actually said yesterday on Twitter right here. If we do see another push down, I would also be looking to fire another long position on Bitcoin, but at least in my opinion, some of the altcoins are as of right now trading at some very nice levels. That is why I am deploying some capital in the altcoins market, potentially expecting another all-time high on majority of different cryptocurrencies. That is why take an advantage of the free $30,000 bonus with the first link down below, because only after you register, you're already going to get 20 USDT bonus. And also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.